Good day, students. You are welcome to study session 6 of NSC 201, which will discuss health and human needs. Moving to the introduction, health and human needs are inextricably interrelated. Humans need a number of essentials to survive. The assertion that all individuals, irrespective of age, sex, race, or creed, have needs that they strive to satisfy is therefore no exaggeration. Human needs are not merely physiological creatures, and their needs are multifaceted and multidimensional. Besides, every individual is a unique being and as such requires some unique needs in addition to the basic human needs. This study session therefore takes a detailed look at human needs with a view to enhancing the nurse's ability to help their clients meet these varied needs. At the end of this study session, you should be able to describe and classify human needs. You should be able to highlight and discuss the components of basic human needs. You should be able to discuss the Maslow hierarchy and its application. Let's have an overview of the human needs. Needs are things essential to life and quality living. Human needs can therefore be broadly classified into two, the primary needs and the secondary needs. The primary needs is otherwise known as the basic needs or the survival needs, and they must be met to sustain life. Put differently, their absence or non-satisfaction portends great threat to human existence. As such, they take precedence over other needs called secondary needs. Basic needs are also called deficiency needs because if an individual does not meet them, then that person will strive to make up the deficiency, and they are usually listed in hierarchical order. The secondary needs, also known as the meta need or the growth need, they are additional higher needs that must be met to maintain the quality of life. They include justice, goodness, beauty, order, unity, and etc. Basic needs normally take priority over growth needs. For example, a person who lacks food or water will not normally attend to justice or beauty needs. Unlike the basic needs, the meta needs can be pursued in any order. It is not necessary to be in hierarchical order, depending on a person's wants or circumstances, as long as the basic needs have all been met. Let's look at the basic human needs. There are at least 5 sets of categories of needs which we can classify as basic human needs, and these needs are related to each other, being arranged in an hierarchical of prepotency. The types of needs, we have the physiological needs. They are the most prepotent of all needs, and they are basic biological needs of life sustenance. It includes the needs for air, water, food. For example, the urge to write poetry, the desire to acquire an automobile, the desire for a new pair of shoes are, in the extreme cases, forgotten or become of secondary importance. For the man who is extremely dangerously hungry, no other interest exists but food. The person will always dream of food, think of food, remembers food always, emotes food, and perceives only food, and he wants only food. Perhaps it should be mentioned that any of the physiological needs and the consummatory behavior involved with them serves as channel for all sorts of other needs as well. That is to say, the person who thinks he is hungry may actually be seeking more for comfort or dependence than for vitamins or proteins. In synopsis, the first need of the body is to achieve homeostasis, and this is achieved through consumption of food, water, and air. Also, elimination of exogenous and endogenous waste. Sleep and rest, activity and exercise, and sexual gratification. There's also security and safety needs. Once the physiological needs are relatively well gratified, there then emerges a new set of needs which we may categorize as the safety needs. All that has been said of the physiological needs is equally true, although in lesser degree of these desires. They may equally well wholly dominate the organism. They may serve as the almost exclusive organizers of behavior, recruiting all the capacities of the organism in their service, and we may then fairly describe the whole organism as a safety-seeking mechanism. We also have the affiliation and social needs. The affiliation and social needs encompass the need for friendship, for love, for belongingness and acceptance. When both the physiological and the safety needs have been met, then the affiliation needs will emerge and dominate the behavior of human being. Now the person will feel keenly as never before. The absence of friends or a sweetheart or a wife or children, he will hunger for affection, relations with people in general, namely for a place in his group, and he will strive with great intensity to achieve this goal. He will want to attain such a place more than anything else in the world, and may even forget that once he was hungry, he sneered at love. Let's look at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Abraham Maslow was a renowned psychologist and philosopher. He lived between April 1, 1908 and June 8, 1970. He was a scholar and was referred to as the father of humanistic psychology. In 1943, he observed and concluded that needs are hierarchical in nature. That is, each need has a specific ranking or order of obtainment. The need network for most people is very complex, with a number of needs affecting the behaviors of each person at any point in time. People respond to these needs in a progressive manner, from simple physiological needs to more complex aesthetic needs, and that they do so as a whole and integrated being. When one set of needs is satisfied, it ceases to be a motivator. Lower level needs must be satisfied in general before higher level needs are activated sufficiently to drive behavior. There are more ways to satisfy higher level needs than there are for lower level needs. Consequently, Abraham Maslow was able to identify various needs that motivate behavior and place them in sequential hierarchy or graded order according to the significance to human survival. That is, in ascending order from lowest to the highest level. He posited that the basic needs of all people, regardless of age, creed, social class, or state of health, could be categorized into 5 levels. The first one is the physiological, whereby we have hunger, thirst, bodily comfort. We also have the safety needs, where there's the need for structure, predictability, out of danger, free of harm, feel safe and secure. We have the need for belonging and love, which is the need to be accepted by others and to have strong personal ties with one's family, friends, and identity groups. We have the need for self-esteem, which is the need to achieve, be competent, gain approval and recognition. Then we have the self-actualization, which is the peak, which is the need to find self-fulfillment and reach one's potential in all areas of life. Thank you for listening. See you in the next class. Bye for now.